Yeah, it got disconnected because it gets connected only for 45 minutes. Again, I have to log in. So I'll share the screen screen for you all again. Okay. Ask others to log in quick. So here what's happening is, so this side, which you take the projection from the locus of DC, from the locus of AB, and this height is fixed, which is of 30 mm. And here you will assume not assume, the given question only tells it is 20 mm. So from here in the projection you measure exactly 20 mm and make a mark. And here also this will be perpendicular line. Just measure 20 mm through your compass and cut an arc. You will get this position D and A. So you will construct A, B, C and D. After constructing A, B, C and D, then you will take the projection above. Projection from A and D, projection from B and C. Okay, so we don't know until where it is. You just extend the projection here. After extending the projection from B and C, you go back to the first stage and measure what is this distance is. Okay, so after measuring this distance from the compass, fix one end of the compass over here and cut an arc on the locus of BC. So it joins somewhere. So then you join A dash, D dash to B dash to C dash. So this will be our front view. Okay, so after knowing the dimension of the front view, then you will keep the protractor here and identify what is the angle is. So measure the angle using the protractor and show it. So if you are getting 48 degrees, so please show it as 48 degree. So now in the second position you have got the apparent shape of the top view and you have the inclination with respect to HP also, right? And then after this it is told that the longer side of the rectangle is being parallel to both HP and VP. So once we kept it parallel to HP and next we should keep it parallel to VP also. They haven't given you the inclination, they have just told that the surface is parallel to VP. If the surface has to be parallel to VP, so this side AD which was parallel to HP should be now tilted in such a way that it is parallel to our vertical plane also. So now this AD will be tilted exactly horizontal line such that it is parallel to our VP plane also. Okay, so then this distance, you leave some distance and measure this distance AD. So fix one point of it, name it as A. You measure this distance AD, how much it is, and cut an arc. Draw a line, horizontal line exactly. So then you will name it as A and D. After that, you know this angle should be exactly 90 degree. So keep the protractor here and just take 90 degree down, 90 degree down. After taking 90 degree down, you measure the distance AB, how much it is 20 mm. So keep one end of the compass here and cut an arc exactly for 20 mm on this 90 degree line. Again on this 90 degree line, you measure the distance DC and you cut an arc. So then you will get the naming A. Not A it is A, B, it is D, it is C. It should be C. So after writing this as C, you join all the corners. So now you get the top view with the longer side parallel to our HP plane. After getting this, you have to now project above to get the front view. So now you will take the locus of A and B, locus of C and D above, and you have the locus of B dash and C dash and locus of A dash and D dash also. So go through the locus. So this is the locus of A, it is meeting at A dash at this point. Similarly, this is the locus of B, it is meeting B dash at this point. This is the locus of, this should be C. It is meeting the locus of C dash at this point. The locus of D is meeting the D dash This is D dash at this point. So you join A dash, D dash, C dash and B dash. Okay, so this completes our the three stages. If in case the position of the side view has to be shown, how you do it? This we do it only to verify whether the angle what we have got is right or not. They haven't asked you the side view, but they have asked you to confirm the inclination with HP and VP. So after completion, the last possible thing is we'll take 45 degree to VP. So this is a 45 degree line. You extend the projection of the locus of AD and locus of BA above. After that, you extend the locus of B dash, C dash and locus of A dash and D dash. Right. So now it meets at one point here. A dash and D dash is meeting at one point. A and D is also meeting at one point. B and A is also meeting at one point. B dash and C dash is also meeting at this point. So this is our side view what we draw a line. And if you measure, the inclination of 48 degree will be the same as what you get over here. Okay. So that cross checks that the angle what we have got is right. So if they give an twisted type of question, then it is related to the application oriented problem. In that case, you should understand from where to draw, either from the front view or from the top view. That you decide depending upon the description given in the question. So in this question, all the problem description was related to the front view or related to the top view, and hence we started from top view to the front view. In the previous problem of triangular lamina, all the description was given with respect to our front view, right? So then we started with the front view and came to the top view. So this is the actual problem on rectangular lamina. Okay, what happens in the rectangular lamina? The concept is the same. In the square lamina, all sides were equal, and in the rectangular lamina, what happens? You'll be having one longer side and one smaller side, right? So that is the difference. So this is the actual direct question. In direct question, you tell when all the informations are given directly. If it is twisted and given, then it is application oriented problem. So what is the problem given here? It is a rectangular lamina of side 20 mm into 30 mm and it is resting on HP on one of its longer edge. Means it understands and tells you that the data is given with respect to resting on HP with one of the longer side. So you have to assume the given lamina parallel to our HP line and it is resting on the longer side. So you have to show the longer side first and then the shorter side, and the description related to HP also shows that we will start from the top view and then go to the front view. So this will be how the position of the given lamina. Okay, the longer side and this will be the shorter side. This is problem 13. Okay. This is problem 12. Okay, so it will be the given lamina will be resting in such a way that it has a longer side here and the shorter side. So this entire lamina will be parallel to our HP plane. So in this case, if you name the lamina as A, B, C and D, when you view from the front, you can see the projection of B and A. The observer views from here, so B will be visible and A will be hidden. And hence the hidden is written in the bracket, B dash and A dash. Similarly, when the observer views from here, C will be visualized and D will be hidden as it is on the same line. And hence you write it as C dash and D dash. So this will be our front view. And when it is viewed from the top, you will see an rectangular lamina because you will project the point A, B, C and B on horizontal plane, and hence the black one is our top view with the true shape. Later we will shift the horizontal plane down below and hence you will get the rectangular lamina as a top view below XY line and a straight line as a front view above XY line. And hence the position will be like this. This is the first stage. Okay, so after this, what is being asked? The lamina is tilted about the edge on which it rests till its plane surface is inclined to HP at 45 degree. The inclined surface will be inclined to the surface will be inclined to 45 degree. So what we do is, you will leave some space here, fix a particular point, name A dash and D dash here, and then take 45 degree. Okay, so after taking 45 degree, you measure this distance, how much it is, keep one end of the compass here and cut an arc. When you cut an arc, name the point here as B dash and C dash. Please join this and darken. So this is our front view. After this, you will take the projection down. So when you take the projection down, you should extend the projection from the top view also. After extending the projection, read the locus. Locus of D is meeting D dash over here. Locus of C is meeting C dash over here. Locus of A is meeting A dash over here. Locus of B is meeting B dash over here. So you got A, B, C and D. So this is the apparent shape of the top view. This is the true shape of the top view. After getting this, now you have to see the inclination with respect to VP. What is being given? The edge on which it rests is inclined at 30 degree to VP. So this is the longer edge on which it is resting. So this edge now has to be inclined to 30 degree to VP. Here we can notice it is a problem on the edge or the side, not on the diagonal, and hence what happens is, we won't determine the beta angle because the true length of AD here is equal to the true length of AD here in the second stage. So we directly take 30 degree line, make one point and name it as D. Measure this distance D to A, how much it is. Keep one end of the compass over here and cut an arc. So this will be A. So we got A and D. And you know that all the sides will be perpendicular to each other. So take 90 degree line over here, again 90 degree line. After drawing 90 degree line, you measure the distance A to B, how much it is, and cut an arc. Similarly, from D to C you measure and cut an arc. You will get the point C and B. Then you join A to B, B to C, C to D and D to A. So now we have our apparent shape of the rectangular lamina tilted to 30 degree line. After this, finally we need to get the front view. For this, the method is again the same. You will take the projection of A, projection of B, projection of D and projection of C. Along with that, you have to now take the projection of B dash and C dash and projection of A dash and D dash. All will meet at some points. So now you read the locus. Locus of A is meeting A dash at some point. Name this as A dash. Locus of B is meeting B dash at this point. Name it as B dash. Locus of D is meeting D dash at this point. Name it as D dash. Locus of C is meeting C dash at this point. So name it as C dash. You got all the four corners. So now you join A dash to B dash, B dash to C dash, C dash to D dash and D dash to A dash. So this will be our final front view of the given rectangular lamina. In this way you have to solve the problem. So this is a direct question where all the details are given directly. Sometimes it will be twisted with only the description of top or the front view. Then you should be able to understand how you have to proceed and determine the inclination angles of HP and VP. And the last question for today. Okay, so this is also a problem on the rectangular lamina. So what is being told here? Please read the question. It's a rectangular lamina of side 35 mm into 20 mm. Okay, and it is given it is resting on HP on one of its shorter edge. Previously it was resting on the longer edge. So now it is the reverse. You should position the plane in such a way that the shortest distance is parallel to HP plane, and if this is parallel to HP plane, this will be obviously perpendicular to our VP plane, and hence the shortest distance will be placed here. The lamina is rotated about the edge on which it rests till it appears as a square in the top view. So now they have given the description how it looks here in the top view, and they haven't given you the inclination. Inclination you have to find out. So you have to find out the inclination here. The edge on which the lamina rests being parallel to both HP and VP. So first they told the edge was parallel to HP. So now they are telling the edge which was parallel to HP is parallel to VP also. Then the same edge we will tilt it in horizontal way such that it will be parallel to our vertical plane also. After that you will get the front view of it, but you haven't got the angle inclination, so that we will find out by determining the side view. So for that let us just see the initial position, how it looks like. Yeah, so the position will be placed in such a way. Which problem we are solving? 13, no? So this will be our shortest distance. The horizontal plane, this is the given rectangular lamina which is placed in such a way that it is resting on the shortest distance, and this will be the longest distance, such that the side which is resting on HP will be perpendicular to our VP plane. So this will be the initial position of the given rectangular lamina which is resting on the shortest distance. Okay, so when you view from the top, you will see this top view A, B, C and D, and when you view from the front, the projection of AB will be here and projection of CD will be here, and hence you see a straight line, and B, when you see from here, B will be visible and A will be hidden, and hence A dash in the bracket. So when you view from here, C will be visible and D will be hidden, and then C dash outside and D dash in the bracket. So this is our VP and HP plane. After this we rotate the HP plane down, and hence we get the rectangular lamina below XY line and a straight line in our front view. And hence this will be the first position of the given rectangular lamina. So now after doing this, what they have told, so lamina is rotated about the edge on which it rests. It appears to be a square in the top view. So the lamina, this will be twisted to some angle. That angle we don't know. So that we have to find out. But they are telling when this is twisted to some angle, it looks like a top view. It looks like a square lamina in the top view. So first we will draw the top view and then we will find out the inclination of the angle. For that what we should do, anyhow we have the projections. So you will extend the projection from D and C and extend the projection from the locus of A and B also. And this side we know it has 20 mm. So if this is 20 mm, if this has to be looked like a square lamina, all the sides should be equal to 20 mm, right? So from here you have the projection already, you will measure 20 mm and you will put an arc, 20 mm and you cut an arc. So you got all the 4 points. So you name it as A, B, C and D. Then you please measure are all the dimensions equal to 20 mm. After that, you take the projection of A and D on XY line, take the projection of B and C also. But we don't know the angle. And hence what we do, we will come back to the first stage. You measure this distance, how much it is, keeping one end of the compass here, measure this distance and you just cut an arc on the locus of BC. It meets at some point. So you name this as A dash and D dash. A is visible if you see from down. So A dash is outside the bracket. D will be hidden because it is on the same line. So D dash you put it in the bracket. Similarly, B will be visible, B dash outside, C will be hidden and then C dash in the bracket. So you join A dash, D dash and B dash and C dash. After that, keep the protractor and measure the angle. That gives you the inclination of the angle with respect to HP in what it is rotated to get a square lamina here in the top view. Okay. So after that, it is told the edge on which the lamina rests, this is the edge on which the lamina was resting in HP. The same edge is now parallel to VP. So now you will shift. This is the second stage what we have got, the square lamina, and this is the edge or the side which was resting on HP. So now this side is parallel to VP also, they tell, and as we have to in this case this side AD is perpendicular to VP. If we have to make the same side parallel to VP, you should rotate the side in such a way that it is parallel to our XY plane. So you shift this AD parallel to XY plane. Leave some convenient or else you just take the projection here and measure A and D how much it is from this distance A to D and name it as A and D. After this, take 90° down, 90° down, measure the distance from A to B, cut an arc, measure the distance from D to C, cut an arc. You will get the point B and C. Then you join A, B, C and D. So now you have the square lamina which is parallel to our VP. After this, take the projection above. Projection from AB, projection from DC. Also extend projection of B dash and C dash, projection of A dash and D dash. Then you read the locus. Locus of A is meeting A dash at this point. So this is A dash. Locus of D is meeting D dash at this point. So this is our D dash. Locus of C is meeting C dash at this point. So this is our C dash. Locus of B is meeting B dash at this point. So this is our B dash. And hence you will name A dash, D dash, C dash and B dash as a this one triangular rectangular lamina. So here this is the front view. How does it look? And with respect to VP inclination also they have given. So what we do is you just take 45° line here and then you take the projections from A and D, projection from B and C, it meets at some angle. Then you take the projection above, extend the projection from B dash to C dash, A dash to D dash, it will meet at two common points. Name this as A dash and D dash and B dash and C dash. You measure the angle, it will be same as you got over here for the verification of the inclination. If this has to be 55, the inclined angle for VP has to be 45°. So to mention the VP inclinations and cross check whether we are getting HP inclination same, we have to show the side view. So we are showing in the right profile plane and this is the side view which has been visualized from the left direction. If you are writing in the left profile plane, then you will view from the right direction. Okay, so this is how you have to solve the problem. So I have solved you right now the 5 problems related to square lamina, two application problems in triangular lamina and 1 application problem in square lamina, and rectangular lamina also I have solved 2 problems, one in regular way and other one is the application oriented. So all the problems has to be solved by y'all in the sketchbook without fail. Okay, so we have our next class on hopefully Friday, right? So before Friday or before coming to the class, you see that you submit all the problems solved in the Google Classroom, or else it will be very difficult to complete the syllabus. Syllabus is very huge. I will be recording this and uploading the same class video in the YouTube channel. Also, if you find any difficulties, you can go through this link, but see that you solve the problems. Those who don't have the sheets, sketchbook, kindly write it in neat A4 sheet, because you have to later stick on those sheets to the sketchbook, or else you have to rewrite in the sketchbook. That will be again time consuming. Keep the sheets very safely. You have to submit it in the sketchbook without fail, because you have marks for the sketchbook of 24 marks, and plus your test and printout has remaining total of 40 IA marks you have. So it is a very huge marks. Please don't give any negligence. Understand the concept. Please solve. Any number of times you solve, that makes you get practiced, because it consumes more time in solving the problem. If you practice right, you will be able to solve within 15 minutes, because you have to do it in the sketchbook as well as in the PC, also in the final examination, even in your lab internals. So please practice, and you check the time how much you take to solve one problem. Initially you might take 30 minutes, you have to come down for 15 minutes. So that means how many times you have to solve. Okay, so please see that you will solve the problems and submit me before Thursday. And if you have any doubts, now you're free to speak out. Hello? I'm asking you all, do you have any doubts? Have you all written your name and USN number in the chat room, everyone?
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, please. Please tell me if you have any doubts.
Ma'am, in the previous assignment, you evaluated it and you have written some comments to
Yes.
redo it. Do we
Yes.
have to again do it and submit?
Yeah. If you do it
Will
right, I
it be
can.
evaluated again?
No, I'll be evaluating it. You please do the corrections and submit, because that will help you in increasing the marks of your. Okay, because you have to submit the same in the sketchbook. If you submit a wrong problem in the sketchbook, the examiner also from the outside college will come. It will be not a good mark. So please do the asked suggestions, do it and resubmit it. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anything else? Hope today's class was understandable. Hello. Anyone else who have not written the USN number? If you have any doubts, kindly let me know. So if you don't have any doubts, you see that you submit without fail before you come for the Friday's class. All the problems, all 5 problems which was now explained, you kindly type it in the, draw it in the sketchbook or in the sheet of paper, and please paste it. So it will be better if I get all the problems at the earlier stage. So before coming to the class, I can get evaluated and see, and you can see your results marks also. It's better to solve as early as possible, because we have to go up with the solid edge also. Fine. Anyone else who have not typed the USN number, please do it. I am going to wind up the class.
Square lamina, where have you put the videos, ma'am?
Square lamina, I have uploaded in the mechanical YouTube channel, and I have given you the link in the Google Classroom also. You didn't find it? If you go for mechanical
I didn't
YouTube
see, ma'am.
channel, no, you please cross check. Actually, I have uploaded these videos before last class commencing only. Our last class was on Friday, right? So before Friday class commencing, I had uploaded in the night only. And I informed you in the message saying that I have posted, please have a look. If you go to mechanical YouTube channel and type my name, you will get the videos which are there. And that link I have shared in the Google Classroom. Please go to Google Classroom. You can see the links sent for problem number. Specifically, I've given square lamina problem number 1, 2, like that. So please go to that link and see the video. Okay?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you,
Yeah,
ma'am.
yeah, please go through it. Fine then. Thank you everyone. Take care. Let us see you on Friday. Before that, you please solve all the problems. Please type your name before you leave in the chat room.